Hi everybody, my name's Melissa and welcome to Life is Writable. I am new to the YouTube community and don't really know what to say. I love books, I love to read, I love to write, and I don't know if I really like watching myself on video, but we can figure that out later. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to meet a lot of people who share my love for books, especially young adult books. Thanks for having me, and I hope you like these videos, whatever they may be. Who knows? I can't see the future. Anyway, I figured the best way to start off this channel is to do a book haul. I'll start off with all the books I purchased since the beginning of 2014, both in hard copies and in ebooks. So let's get started. I will start off with the books I got from the used bookstore, and let's just get to the point because this is getting a little ridiculous. So anyway, first book I bought was The Disreputable History of Frankie Landau Banks by E. Lockhart. I know not much about it, but I'm really excited for E. Lockhart's new book, We Were Liars, that comes out in May. I read a sample of it on the publisher's website, and I just am really intrigued by her writing style. So I picked up this book for $3. It's a pretty good paperback, good condition, and I'm really excited to read it. So that's the first one. Next two books are by the same author, Sara Zarr, who I love. I recently read her book, How to Save a Life, and it was amazing. It has great characters, beautiful writing. She is just a master of young adult contemporary, so I desperately wanted to pick up a couple more of her books. So I chose Story of a Girl and Sweethearts, which you can't see this cover at all. Let's be serious. Come on now. The next book I got from the used bookstore was a great find. I already read this book in the ebook format because I finally got to the point, actually I read it at the beginning of January, and I finally got to the point where it was getting ridiculous that I hadn't read that book yet, because it's like all you hear about. Really, honestly, it's all you hear about these days, and with good reason, because this book was amazing in every sense of the word. It is just beautiful story, vivid writing, great characters. There's not a bad thing you can say about this book, and that is Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. So I highly suggest getting this book as soon as possible. I know there's a lot of stuff being said about it right now, but it's all true, and this is amazing, and it's worth your time. So go get it. It's great. From the used bookstore was Blood Red Road by Maura Young, and this is another book that I've been hearing a lot about, more so about a year ago when dystopias were really at its height. I still love dystopias, and they're still coming full force, and great, bring it on, because they're so much fun to read, honestly. As long as it's a great, vivid world with great characters, like, I'm in. You got me. So the next four books I got from Target on President's Day when they were having a nice sale, and you really can't beat sales, honestly. The first one I got was The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. This is another book I've been hearing about a lot lately. Actually, with the past couple weeks, I've been hearing a ton about it on Tumblr. I hear it's one of those books that really sweeps you up into it and you can't put it down, so I'm hoping I have that sort of reading experience with this. And it's a beautiful cover. That is just, wow, that's a nice looking cover. So read that soon. The next book is probably a crime that I haven't read it yet. That is Miss Peregrine's Home for Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. That was a tongue twister, if I ever knew one. Oh my god, is she scary. And the pictures in here, I flipped through a bit, and I'm not going to be able to read this at nighttime. This is an 8 a.m. book. Every morning when the sun is shiny and bright, I have a full day to get rid of those creepy images in my head. That's when I will read this book. Great. And the final two books that I got from Target are by far what I'm most excited about this month. I already read the first book. It's a series. I've already read the first book, and all my expectations were completely blown away. It is amazing. What a wonderful story and world, and it's so fascinating, and I can't wait to continue on with the series. And that is The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. We got Cinder and Scarlet. I read Cinder beginning of this week, and I just started Scarlet last night, so this is a really awesome series. I can't believe I waited this long to read these. They are just so much fun. And those are all the hard copy books I've purchased since the beginning of 2014. So far I've read 10 books this year. Half of those were ebooks. And just a quick rundown of what I purchased for ebooks. I got the entire series of The Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare, 1 through 5. And I've already read the first 4 and I loved them, especially the first 3 were fantastic. City of Bones, City of Ashes, and City of Glass. It was a great trilogy, great story, and I really got swept up on that series, and I can't believe that actually took me that long to read. And I read the 4th book, and I liked it. I did enjoy it. When I finished that book, I wasn't as excited to read the next one as I was with the first 3. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to continue the series. I definitely will, but I think I'm going to save Lost Souls for right before Heavenly Fire comes out. So I'll read those 2 in a row, and it will be a lot of fun, and I don't want to know what happens in Lost Souls because it kind of makes me nervous, and even more so Heavenly Fire, I can only imagine. But that will definitely be a series that I continue, and I highly recommend it, and I can't wait to read The Infernal Devices. I'll probably read that closer to when Heavenly Fire comes out, just to get back into that Shadowhunter mindset. But yeah, that's going to be really fun to read. I also purchased Graceling by Kristen Cashore. That was a good book. That actually I found it kind of disappointing. Not because the writing isn't beautiful and the world isn't rich and vivid and fantastic, but because I felt like with everything that was going on, with all the potential that the series had, it just fell flat on its face just because we spent, I felt, 3/4 of the book hiking through the woods with only 3 characters interacting. And that was really disappointing. I thought it had a lot more potential to really explore that world a little more. But I did like the characters. I did like the story ultimately. I just decided not to move on to Fire and Bitterblue. Maybe in the future, but I don't know. I wasn't as excited when I finished reading it. Finally, the final series that I read in the beginning of February and purchased in ebook format was probably one of both of them were the best books I've read in a long time. I have not a single bad thing to say about this series, this duology. It is amazing, this series. If you do not pick this book up soon, you will be disappointed because it is so unique. The premise is so unique compared to any other story I've ever read. The characters are so real. I could be in the main character's head for the rest of my life. I could read only books based off of her life, and I would be happy with that. I loved her so much. The love interest in it was so dynamic, and their relationship was so dynamic and unique, and I highly recommend it. And that series was The Archived by Victoria Schwab. Oh my god. I can't wait to purchase those books in hard copy. The only reason I bought them in ebook format was because The Archived was on sale for 99 cents, and honestly, you'd be crazy not to swoop that up. I don't know if it's still on sale, but definitely check it out because I would recommend that series to anybody, whether they don't read young adult fiction, whether they don't like, alternative universe. I would recommend that to anybody. It was such a great read, so interesting. Oh my god. Just read it. Just read it. Please, just do it for me. Even though you don't know me, you don't trust me, that's okay. Just read the book. Read the book. Those are all the books I purchased since the beginning of 2014. And if you're interested about my ratings or any of the reviews that I'm hoping to write in the next couple of weeks, check out my Goodreads account, which is linked below. Thank you for watching this first video. I'm sorry if it was painful to watch or... yeah, I mean, let's be honest, who's watching this right now? Hopefully somebody someday, so that'd be cool. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.